He was the guy that really helped and showed up for Braden in that state championship game, and really was your too. That was kind of his coming out party. And again today, he had a really big game. 32 points, 17 points there in the second quarter.
Yeah.
What is it about him that you think that you're kind of able to use him to exploit the matchups with him?
He's a mismatch nightmare. I mean, because you got to put a guy big enough to guard him in a post, and then you got to put a guard on him to, keep him in space because it'll go downhill. And I think that's just kind of what we've seen out of more recently this year, and that's what I've been bragging on about him is the way that he can go downhill, shoot. He does everything, and for his size, he's still a baby. And I put him on a scout team and to play Dobbs, and I think he got 30 on us one day, and I think that showed right there. It was kind of prequel what was coming.
You almost didn't have him.
Yeah.
And I mean, until late in the week, you didn't have him.
Yeah, really.
So I mean, how big was it just to get him back? And who knows what way it would have went because he was so huge in the first half.
We felt that we were still going to win a game. We felt, obviously, you don't want to think like you're not going to, but I had confidence in those guys coming off the bench, and Jackie was going to start. But getting him back, man, he's an all-state player. He's one of the best players in the state. So getting him back in the mismatches he provides and his defense on Dobbs, him and Braden, took turns, was great. I mean, obviously that was great news, and we were going to go either way, but we got him back, and that was just a shot in the arm because you got and he proved it tonight. So I'm proud of him and the type of player he's becoming. And obviously it was in the context of offense. I know you guys hear me say that, but man, he took maybe one bad shot all night, and everything was within the flow of the offense. And it's a great job.
And also Cam had a pretty nice game. And Jaden even gave you a lot of offense, something he hadn't done up to this point in the season. You got to feel like if you have those guys, in addition to the guys you got, just giving you anything, you're going to be hard to beat.
I mean, that's how we won a state championship. Hard to guard. We don't want to be easy to guard. Any coach is like, okay, hey, let's plan for this guy. Let's plan. We want everybody to plan for everybody, and we want to share the ball equally. We have Jaden, I think, was upset with the way he played in the state championship game, and for him to come out here and he was kind of sleepwalking the first couple minutes, get him back in, and he woke up in a big way. All those guys, we want to be a threat. So we want everybody playing off somebody. We want them. They're going to beat us. I want them to beat us honest.
Well, so speaking of waking up, I think they had 20, maybe 18 or 20 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And I know I've seen you lose your lunch for for a team giving up 15 in the first quarter. Obviously, this is a better team. What happened after that first? I think you held them maybe 11 or 9 in the second quarter. And for a long time, I think they were stuck on 15.
I really felt that we had put a new game plan in. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but we put some different things in that was new to them, and I think I was trying to be patient with them because they're just so ingrained on doing the right things we do. We have a lot of different variations of defenses we play. I know people think we just play man, but I think the game plan, and they're not used to a guy getting in space like that. You look at Eli Allen, Dobbs, those guys got in our space, and I think I was confident that they were going to step up, and thank God the offense was giving us some breaks there because I'm fine with that. The offense carries us, and then the defense took us home. So
talking about the offense a little bit, you guys shot 50% in all but one quarter, and in that quarter you still shot 46%.
Wow.
What did you think? You were able to do pretty effectively because you put 85 points on the defending state champion. And you shot really well doing it. So was there something you thought was exploitable in their defense, or just one of those nights where it's all clicking for you?
I will say this, and I think bringing Coach Radford, I've been able to take some of the responsibilities off myself and let him run the offense. He's like a mad scientist, football has coordinators, and I think he's done a good job of really executing and letting me focus on the defense and discipline and X's and O's and game planning, and I think that's the difference. I even watched the state championship game yesterday, and I watched it, but the first time I watched it and strategized against what we were going to do next time we played them, and I saw some really big deficiencies in our offense, and I just think our offense now, we have so many more sets, we're balanced, and I think everybody can hurt you, and I think it just wears on the defense. And obviously the way we play on the defensive end is going to wear you even more.
How much stock do you put in the 1 versus 2 or the rematch of the state championship game? Do you put a lot in that? Dave said he doesn't put too much into that. Do you put a lot into that? I mean, I guess it depends on what side of the equation you're on.
I mean, they probably wouldn't have as much stock in it as we do, but I'm not into coach speak. I'm into being honest, and the game's big for us, man. It beat us. It's a heartbreaker. Hell, it bothered me. It still bothers them. I'm not going to run from that. And for us to beat them and the way we did was, it was a statement for us. It was a statement for our community that's still hurting from that. We put it to bed, and we definitely put it to bed tonight because we're done. If we play them again, we're gonna have a good game. But we put last year to bed tonight 100%. And I'll tell you what, number one seed is big for us. People don't want to talk about later on down the road, but if you're a top tier program, you know what? We look down the road. You control things, you can control it. We can control our seed in the state tournament. That was big for us. And we wanted to secure that number one seed. And I think if we take care of business the rest of the way, that should be ours.
You guys have obviously played a very challenging slate, and you've been pretty transparent. And there are players that can be game breakers for you. You mentioned Eli Allen.
Yep.
You mentioned Dobbs before. How do you think that the schedule to this point it kind of prepared you for this? Because again, you look at it, it's not just the fact you won by 20 points, but it's the fact you put 85 on them too.
I'll say it, man. It is truly a test, man. When you keep getting punched by a bully, and just put in the context of the teams we played, you're getting punched different ways, you're getting beat up. Eventually, you're going to have to stand up and do things different. And I think the different opponents, the people we've saw, the defenses we saw, the when we're down 5.5 or we're up 5.5, we've saw that within a half of a season. That's amazing to see. You don't see that until you get to sectional, regional, state tournament play. To see that at the beginning of the year in freaking December, the day after Christmas in Florida, and to come back and see that the Armory against James Monroe has fully prepared us, we are not satisfied. Man, first thing I said is we're back to the drawing board because we are going to change things. You get better from wins as well. So, but just being prepared with that gauntlet and seeing different guys and different teams, I think we are way more prepared at any point than we were last year.